In this city, nearly 2,000 years ago, an incredible miracle took place. God persuaded a Jewish man staying in Jaffa to bring the good news to a Roman soldier in Caesarea. It was like a second take on the Jonah story, but this time the Jewish messenger did not flee to Tarshish. After 3 visions and a knock on the door, Peter was convinced to boldly go where no kosher Jew had gone before. He entered the house of an unclean Gentile. And while he was sharing the gospel, the Roman soldier with his family and friends believed in Jesus and received the gift of the Holy Spirit, just like the Jews had in Acts chapter 2. Through faith in the gospel, Jesus turned the unclean clean and adopted the Gentiles into his special spiritual family. Although it was difficult to accept at first, the Jewish believers finally realized that you can be Gentile and believe in the Jewish Messiah too. From this one Italian believer, the gospel has spread to millions and millions of people of every tribe and every nation across the globe. It's no longer strange to hear about Italians, Chinese, Afghanis, Iranians who love Yeshua. 2,000 years ago, Peter needed to be persuaded that the gospel is also for the Gentiles. And now I stand here wanting to convince you that the gospel is still for the Jews. Just 10 years ago, Jesus was the best kept secret in the Jewish community. Back then, it was difficult to find anyone who was open to hearing the gospel. But today, our gospel videos in Hebrew alone have had over 50 million views. I'm sure you'll be surprised to know that Yeshua is the most searched for religious figure on Google. Israelis are hungrier and more open to the gospel than ever before in our history. We are living in very special times, and for this reason, I believe God has raised up our team of Israelis to bring the gospel back to our people before He returns. Only 10 years ago, very few Israelis had ever heard the gospel. Today, many Israelis are coming to faith, and the church is spreading to nearly every city in the country. How thankful I am for Peter's obedience to participate in God's plan to bring the gospel to the Gentiles. And today, I want to encourage you, no matter where you are, to partner with us to bring the gospel back to the Jewish people. We are living at a time of unprecedented spiritual hunger among my people. And I truly believe that this awakening has only just begun. Our goal is to share as much as we can while we still have this opportunity. And this is why we're so passionate to accelerate our efforts through our media productions and our Bible college. Won't you partner with us to proclaim the good news to our people in Israel, and as a result, from Israel to the entire world? Let's bring God's gospel back to the nation where the Great Commission began. Now is the time to become one for Israel.